This week we saw that an audio clip can actually go viral as one customer's hellish customer service experience with Comcast, trying to leave Comcast, was recorded. So let's give you a little taste of it. Keep in mind that this is 10 minutes into the call, and we're not going to give you the whole thing because I wouldn't do that to you.
We'd like to disconnect. We'd like to disconnect, please.
Okay, so why is it that you don't want the faster speed? Help me understand why you don't want faster internet.
Help me understand why you can't just disconnect us.
Because my job is to have a conversation with you about keeping your service, about finding out why it is that you're looking to cancel the service.
I don't understand. Is this
if
for
you don't want to
like?
talk to me, you can definitely go into the Comcast store and disconnect your service there. Okay.
We're just asking for you to
kill two birds with one stone. You got to return that cable card to the store anyways.
We're actually going to just mail the cable card in, but if you can just please cancel our service, that would be great. That's all. That is all we want.
We're actually not able to return a cable card by mail.
Then I will send someone like a TaskRabbit to go return the cable card for us. I don't personally intend to go return the cable card. That's why we're probably not going to be canceling in store. So that's why I need you to cancel by phone. So can you cancel us by phone? The answer is yes, correct?
I mean, it sounds like you don't want to go over this information with me. I mean, if you're not wanting to go over that information, okay, then that's the easiest way to get your account disconnected.
I am declining to state why we are leaving Comcast because I don't owe you an explanation. So if you can please just proceed to the next question. If you have to fill out your form, that's fine. Please proceed to the next question, and we'll attempt to answer that if possible.
Okay, so, I mean, being that we are the #1...
And it goes on and on. It's 8 minutes total. I think that was 7.5. I'm not sure. I kind of got lost in a Kafka-esque nightmare. So what happened was writer Ryan Block, he had taken over this call for his wife, who had grown so very frustrated, apparently, after being asked and asked and asked and asked again and again why they want to leave the #1 broadband experience in the world. And it doesn't say so in this recording, but apparently they had given reason and not really been listened to. So after a while he just started declining because it was, as you heard, going around in circles and circles and circles and not really getting anywhere. So Comcast has apologized for this, saying that that's not the way they train their employees, to which I say that is some bullshit. There is no way that guy did that of his own accord without any pressure on his back.
Here's the thing. So I have worked in sales, I have worked in customer service, I know what the protocols are, and whenever someone wants to return a product or cancel a service, your #1 priority is to turn, a bad situation into a good situation or an opportunity. And your #2 priority is to make the customer happy. Because you don't want to lose that business altogether. So I understand this, the whole mentality of always be closing, and you have.
Is that why you say that so much?
Because coffee is for closers. That's how you get coffee. She's a closer.
Closer, right there. So, I understand that salespeople need to be a little bit pushy, and service people need to be a little bit pushy, because if they weren't, everyone would just disconnect their service, and that would be that. I'm sure this works sometimes, otherwise they wouldn't do it. However, the #3 priority is to recognize a losing battle and to let it go. Yeah. And this guy did not let it go.
He really did keep hammering and continuing in that circle. And Ryan had said, I don't owe you an explanation. I just want to leave. I want to leave. Please disconnect me. Can you do that? The answer is yes. You can do this. Please do this.
Gregor Samsa awoke one morning to find he was still subscribed to Comcast Internet. No, I think you really hit the nail on the head there. I've worked in sales. I used to work in a restaurant as well, and there it's all about trying to salvage a bad situation. If, say, you're at a restaurant, an item doesn't come out to the table. What do? Well, you go touch base with the table, maybe send them a round of drinks, send them free dessert. You try to smooth it over. Sometimes you can't save it, but you want to turn it into a positive before it becomes a PR nightmare, like exactly what happened here. This guy's heart was in the right place, but...
And what he's saying is in the script.
Yes.
They do need to know why you're canceling, in theory, so they could do better next time. I don't believe Comcast is going to change any of their business models based on upset customers.
Yeah, unless they change the script to say, grow increasingly desperate and repeat the following lines.
Acts like a needy, needy significant other who's being dumped.
And
Yeah,
I'll bet that some people, when put through that rigmarole, will say, forget it, I'll just keep Comcast, this isn't worth it. I'll bet that happens.
Hell no, I would be more set in my way that I need to get the fuck out if I want to hear and be treated like this further.
Well, here's the thing. Not everyone has that inner strength. They might just give up. They get beaten down like, I just don't want to deal with you.
horrible.
It is horrible.
People are pushovers sometimes.
Yeah.
That happens.
They're getting bullied into keeping the #1 internet provider and television provider in the country.
It's Comcastic.
Yeah.
You guys
he really
are the
should have led with
worst.
that.
Well, I saw some people commenting on this, and they were saying that actually that they thought that Ryan Block was at fault and that he was being obstinate and that he was being a jerk. I don't feel that way in this case. I feel like the customer service rep was going a little too far.
Keep in mind, this is 10 minutes into the call when they started recording. His wife was already in tears, having had to deal with this guy for the last 10 minutes and not getting anywhere, so she puts Ryan on, and at this point, he's not answering any more questions. He needs to get it done. So that's why he seems more obstinate than a normal customer.
And I will say, I was really impressed by Ryan's ability to keep his cool in one of the single most frustrating listening experiences I've ever had, because I've been in similar phone call situations, and my language was way saltier than what Mr. Block resorted to. So I got to commend him for keeping a level head in this time of distress. What are people talking about? They probably work for Comcast. They're posting that stuff because he was so polite. He was being very direct with what he was asking. He was trying to respect the guy's job because he understands the guy's just trying to do his job. Maybe a little too aggressively, but he's trying to do his job at the end of the day.
Do you think there's a lot of pressure on him to do this, or maybe he might be reprimanded or maybe even fired?
Oh, absolutely. I think they probably have a quota of customers that they need to convert, or is that they definitely have a protocol for trying to save customers who are trying to leave. And I imagine that if he's able to hit a certain number, he might get a sales bump or a bonus or something like that. That's my rough understanding of how sort of call centers like these work, but that also might just be based on watching that documentary about those rich people in Florida who tried to make a mansion that looked like Versailles.
Oh, the Queen
I
of
think
Versailles.
yes, there we go. So I knew it was something with Versailles in the title.
Now, there's a certain number of things that they're allowed to do. They can give you a better deal or bump you up to a faster speed or include HBO for 3 months. So I'm sure he's required to go through all those options before he just disconnects. And apparently, if you just want to disconnect, you just want to disconnect. So he was frustrated by all these, why don't you want faster speed? I'm offering you faster speed. I don't understand.
Why don't you want the best thing possible? Why? I'm trying to understand. Make
Because
me
you're
understand.
the worst, Comcast. You are the worst, and I want out.
He actually said at one point, he's like, I could save you $100 a month, but the way he said it sounded like a threat.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
It was aggressive.
If you don't save $100 a month, I will find you, and I will kill you.
18 minutes into the call, he's like, wow, $100 a month? Well, why didn't you lead with that? Sign me back.
Seriously.
It's not going to happen, guy.
Listen,
Not at this point.
don't bury the lead.
Oh boy, I feel for this guy because I know it's a shitty job and I know it's probably not the best company to work for. But judging for some reason.
On the upside, I hear that EA's call center is hiring.
Oh, great.
So.
Great. Or maybe Time Warner Cable.
Yeah.
Go work for them. They are beloved by no one. So let us know what you think below in the comments, what you think of this really shitty customer service experience. What happened? Who was at fault? Whose fault is this? Let us know what you think below, and please be sure to subscribe.